What is music but spell casting? I mean, it's basically a chant, right? It's to call something in or someone, you know, based on their desires, to hypnotize at times, to manifest. That's why, they have these stories about these sailors and sirens who led sailors to crash on the shore. So what is music but a spell? In one of my earlier videos, I mentioned what's in your, title, what's in your diet. I mentioned music. How do you listen to music without words? Do you listen to music of certain frequencies? You do. In the Bible, it says that Lucifer was in charge of music, which would explain the mainstream rap industry today, the mainstream. And a lot of the old school, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here in front, I do no school like the old school, but yeah, the gun violence and everything that people were so quick to jump on of all races, like hip-hop is some of the most copied culture. Black people are the most copied people on this planet, natural born leaders. But we'll get to that in another video. Now you hear music like, classical music. Like I like me personally, like listening to songs. If it's not old school, I prefer to listen to songs with no lyrics in them. If it has no message, I turn it off. If the message is low vibrational, you shoot up your brother, those days are over. Just stop with that. But now it's just like, now that kind of music isn't out there, those shoot 'em up style, gangster rap gangster rap songs aren't out. It's just like literally they're singing a hook that makes no sense over a dope beat, and it's disrespectful to the beat. I'd rather just listen to the instrumentals if we're being honest, because what's out here now is just garbage, just straight dumpster music, dumpster fire music. And it's only good for a bonfire. That's all it's good for, if it can keep you warm. It's a sign of the times, that is for sure. But like the bass in the songs, it sends a certain vibration, like dark and moody, and it affects people's moods. Like that's why they have mosh pits. That's why they have stampedes at concerts and stuff like that, because that stuff really affects you. You ever like heard a song and you couldn't help but feel moved or whatever, and maybe shed a single tear or something? That's part of the spell. It's to make you feel some sort of way and make you more prone to certain types of actions. Like R&B. You play R&B in the background while you're making love or whatever it is you're doing, or you just want to, you feel like singing, you play R&B or something with a higher and longer pitch to the music, to the song, to the lyrics. Versus rap, it's shorter, nothing's really drawn out. But nowadays it's like they're singing the song, to touch on the R&B aspect, and it's like, it really just sounds like a bunch of whining, because it looks like all these rappers do these days is rap and do drugs, cry and do drugs, and it's horrible. And people are on these frequencies, people are more likely to, get into riots, fights, and with these songs being played, versus if you go to like an R&B concert, there's none of that. Nobody's rioting. I mean, maybe the artist might do a jump across the stage and kick somebody in the head on accident. Yeah, one of those, but it doesn't incite any violence or fear or anger, except for the person that got kicked in the head. But apart from that one incident, it stays an isolated incident. Versus if you go to a rap concert or rock concert, any genre where the music is just like, short, choppy rhythms, cadences, tones, for lack of a better term, there's a much higher chance of violence, anger. You know, somebody is gonna get into a fight, get shot, get trampled. You know, those are the frequencies they want out there. You know, if you believe in anything in population control, you know, that's why they allow certain concerts. It's just like, because I'm not seeing any of these other artists, well, except for maybe a songs type concert or whatever. But you know, notice that the ones that are being let out, or you know, who are getting the most views or the most the biggest audience, are the ones who are pushing agendas like, you know, disrespecting women, and, you know, devaluing people of certain races, certain classes, this, that, and the third, certain geographics, from different, you know, different walks of life and neighborhoods and things like that. So music is definitely a spell, just like gossip is. You know, music is a chant, and gossip is a I forgot the word, isn't it? It says seance. I forget the word, but it's literally speaking things into somebody else's life, or just into existence in general. So you got to be careful about what's in your music diet, what's in your verbal diet too. What you speak, you know, can manifest over your life or someone else's, that you had no intention on that ever happening to that person. You know, it could have been just a joke or just idle gossip, and guess what, now you've spoken something over someone's life and it's happening. You know, not saying you should feel one way or another, but you probably should if it does happen. Oh, low battery's dying. Anyway, hit at 7 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here. Again, as always, drink plenty of water, eat dark greens, exercise, learn something new, and most importantly, mind your business.